Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
You got it!
What is that all about?
You think you could hit the bleep button about 40 times since we didn't have it last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I mean, without, the intro, Andrew is going to say the intro here in a second, but I mean, we do need to. We love our guys to death. We love our guests to death. We love the people that come on our show to death. We love our supporters to death. I need to get that little disclaimer signed up, put out there that not just because we have anyone on our show do we agree with the phrasings, the words, and all the pieces that they that come from their mouth.
We might, but we might not condone all of it, right?
Right.
We're probably not talking about like all the swear words, but we might be talking about some swear words.
There's just some stuff. It is what it is, and I can't sit on my hands and say, it's in the other world I work in. I have to, because it's on a moral level. I have to not condone some of the words, and I get the slapstick and the shtick and the having fun with everyone and making sure that you're jabbing your brother and stuff like that. And it just doesn't fit in all of our world. And so I do need to get that disclaimer set up and put on there. And one more thing for the old checklist of things to do, and we'll get there. We're fine. We're good. Some people could easily have a realistic complaint about it, and I get it. I'm with you. I understand you, and I'm with you too. So,
dude, I have to explain that to 7th and 8th graders every day. Like, this is why we don't say this stuff, because there's somebody out there who it affects differently. But anyway, I digress. Shannon only said that once yesterday. Where is he anyway? Only said it one time, I think.
I digress, and maybe you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
I think we may have named the show "You're Not Wrong." You know what? Yeah, lead me, follow, or get the hell out of the way. That's where we're at. And we had such an amazing group of people on. We've just kind of scuttled right past the intro, didn't we?
Can I just say it? Because it's the only thing that has my name. I'm just kidding. Hey, we're here. This is Andrea, Mark, Jonathan. We are here with the People's Patriot Project. This is our Patriot Weekly Debrief. It is the 13th of March, 2023. And we are here at this time, 16:30 every Monday Central Time, to let you know what we've been up to the past weeks, as well as share what we and others are doing to help the cause.
So the first thing on our debrief every week is we have a conversation about what was on our We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime the night before. And I'll be really honest. That's a real word. Honest. Yeah. I'll be honest. Honest. Jeremy Daniels, good to see you. And I'm terrible because remember, I'm a hick from Wyoming. We do have a guest in here that I am not confident I know how to say their name. And this is the first time I've seen them here. And so, blessings. Thank you for being here. I hope you're part of the shock and awe and part of the mission of making life better, different, and better for those who have served. I'm going to give it a stab, and I apologize if it's not correct. Work with me, and we'll get it
sorted out.
I don't know what your question is, Jonathan. You can be open here, but yeah. Let me give it Itachi Ichiwa. That's how I would say it coming from Wyoming. That doesn't mean that that's the way it's said and pronounced. And so thanks for being with us, brother. First of all, I want to thank I stalled there because I'm concerned about Mr. Daniels, but I need to thank Andrea and Jonathan for doing such an amazing job. You picked up the baton, you picked up and carried it when I was unable to, and I appreciate both of you so much. Thank you for doing that.
Thanks, man.
And the first thing that it is says, Mark, talk about Gabriel Wren, but I honestly I don't feel like I should. Is that something you can carry, John?
Talking about Gabe?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what exactly we're looking for with Gabe, but I think last night the guy's genuine, man. Like he's fun. He's got his hands in seemingly a little bit of everything, and he genuinely cares about people. You know what I mean? You can see it in the way he talks, the way he carries himself. It was almost, well, it was amazing, but it was a little bit almost over the top yesterday, watching him and Shannon Book kind of get to meet each other for the first time. And I mean, it was like they've known each other forever. Last night was a great show, and I would love to meet and hang out with Gabe a little more. He's very, like I said, he just seems like he's a very genuine person, and he's definitely got a habit and maybe an eye for seeing things and being in the right space, the right light, and all that. And he talks to people from a perspective of wanting to teach them. And I don't know, I appreciate him.
100%. And we've known Gabriel for a while, and he has a business that he goes and videos. He's a videographer. He does all levels of video, from music videos to documentaries to you name it. And his company's name is Trinity Productions. And it's just been an amazing opportunity to build a relationship with this amazing man. And he's very smart. He's me and Andrea had a very at length conversation with Gabriel today, because we think he fits into some of the pieces that we're trying to accomplish. And we have dropped the phrasing or the words of Pop Smoke Entertainment or Pop Smoke Productions. And I think that is, we'll call it festered. that has festered and come to a head. And I think Gabriel is going to be a huge part of that. And that's a conversation we had today. The great piece is that he's worked through the industries of management and putting things together. And so that fits our world. And he's got a lot of connections. And he mentioned some names last night that we thought would fit well into our network. And so we asked for those permissions today, and I think this is going to be an amazing ride, and it helps many with having these relationships. So we're excited.
Very excited. So we, I was trying to think of anything else that he said that was spectacular last night, but he and Shannon just kind of shared the space really well. Oh, I was going to talk about him in Nashville. I was telling Shannon afterwards, so I didn't know who he was at first in Nashville. Here's this guy just walking around, checking this out, checking that out, talking to this person, talking to that person. And I went over, and then he started showing me how I could get this angle and how much better, and get that angle, and then the light would be there. And I was like, whoa, who is this guy? And it turned out to be Gabriel. So he's also kind of a good teacher with those kind of things. And then we had the serious big little brother that I never had, Mr. Shannon Book.
Very serious guy, very stoic, very well spoken, well versed, just a literary giant.
He is actually. He is. Hence the digression. There was the tattoo. Because Gabriel was saying that this, were they cutting hair, or they were coming through checking in? And he goes, of course, you're not supposed to get tattoos before you're deployed because, risk of infections. He goes, and of course, the kid comes through, and I can't remember what it said.
All I remember was
that's why we serve.
That's why we serve.
Yes. I remembered the word that's, and I couldn't remember the rest. That's somebody with a lisp. And Jesse, if you're ever watching, I'm going to share your story. My son has a friend named Jesse who has a lisp. And we might have partied in Ireland during Brendan's wedding. And he had a little story about, that's really cool, Mom and Dad. Just name me Jesse. I got a lisp, and you name me Jesse. And I got to go through all my life telling people my name is Jesse.
Well, they don't really know how to speak when they come out of the old.
No, I know. It's funny. He's funny. But anyway, so Shannon, man, he is loved and appreciated. And he's always, in fact, I got to call him in a little bit. He's always supportive and helpful. And he gives advice. Yes, anytime it's needed. And
Or not.
So there were some moments in the conversation that really was an exceptional surprise, because weirdly, Shannon earlier on left a band. I don't know, they were not seeing eye to eye or something, left a band, and then this Gabe just got a phone call to come try out for the band and pick a song, do one of our covers. And weirdly, even the song we were highlighting last night, Dear Mom, was the freaking song Gabriel came in and played for his tryout song. Isn't that weird?
That was nuts.
That was crazy weird. So,
it really was.
Yeah,
Well,
the higher power.
On top of that, Shannon also did frequent the show The Wiggles for a while, from what I understand.
He's a Teletubby. Paul.
That's not true. It's not a true statement.
He did do a wiggle, though. I've seen it. All right. Not that.
Don't even want to know about that.
You don't even know that rap song, do you? You don't want to know it.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
And Jonathan, he's just too young for that song anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. This is the first time in a while I've heard I was too young for anything.
I know. I was throwing you a bone out there. Yay. Well, my goodness. So I'm going to talk about our little Dallas event.
Do I need to bring up that graphic? I might be able to do that.
Yeah, we kind of fiddle farted around with our
Yeah.
graphic, and we got a guy that works on it. And
Well, not that one. I was talking about this one.
oh yeah, it's on that one, isn't
I'm
it?
talking about Dallas. Yeah, it is.
It's on there. So we just kind of adjusted. We just
Whoa. You have lots of files, it says.
oh, I'm sure you can get rid of some.
What do we want to get rid of? Well, we can kind of. I suppose we can get rid of last night's.
Yeah.
Someone's using all of our space for stuff. I don't know who that'd be.
What the heck?
I was scrolling through that last night, and I don't think there's enough stuff on there.
I always want to I kind of always want to take out like everything but what we just need for that one single night.
I know, but you know how many times it's saved us to have content on here that we can reach into and be available to us. It's just, but Andrea's talking about this.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Nice.
Look at
I like it when stuff like this happens because, you know, like I'm a big part of what you guys are doing, but y'all get to work on stuff like this and surprise me with it. And I love it. Genuine reaction. Wow.
We're always getting Jonathan's general. We need your reaction. Just listen to this, Jonathan. That's what I feel like we do. I'm going to post a little link in here. I have to do a little work with the graphics yet, but here is a link to the invite on QGive is our platform. And on that platform, you can get tickets for this event. So check it out. We've got Old 81 Band, George Dooley Band, Tammy Joe Dabs, Holly Ann. We have an open slot, and we have Chad Hutto coming in doing his show with comedy, and he has agreed to be our MC. So that goes from 2 in the afternoon till 10 at night because they have some quiet hours. They're right off the side of a residential area. And but it's by a little lake, and they've got that is an actual picture of the amphitheater. So the lights that are behind the words "One Place, One Time, 6 Artists," that is the amphitheater right there. So yeah, bring your own chairs, maybe bring a cooler with some, you know, maybe probably not liquor filled drinks, and enjoy the music, you guys. This is meant to be a fundraiser for the People's Patriot Project. It is I mean, we're always out there doing the awareness. So we don't even talk about doing the awareness of the Representative 22, right? So we don't have to do that so much, but now we're out there pounding the streets, got our boots on the ground out there, got our partners lined up, and we are using this as honestly, you guys, don't tell the musicians, especially if they're listening right now. It tends to be a little therapeutic, and I was going to talk about a psychology master's, a little therapeutic for them.
What are you saying?
I don't know. It just came out all wrong.
It's very therapeutic.
Therapeutic.
I gotta go have some more drinks. I don't know. I haven't had any.
Did you have a stroke for F's sake? Therapeutic. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you, but
no, but you're just having fun with what I said, aren't I? Okay,
totally laughing.
We'll call it therapeutic.
We can say therapeutic because you know it gives these musicians who are currently or formerly have served in their communities, or for the country, right? And so it's good for them, and then we treat them a little bit in honor of their service. And then because they came to share their music, and you guys, music is healing, and we can't say it enough. And it has a bigger bang for the buck when it comes from somebody who's been in the trenches, so to say, and actually maybe quite literally, right? And so they bring their music out, and I wrote in my little request for sponsorships that honestly, I don't even think I've met one. So in our circle of people, well, there's maybe one or two in the few thousand people we've met doing this. There might be one or two who was really only concerned with what they could get out of a relationship, of helping like this. But people who are in the service, whether it's military, Leo, firefighter, even the dispatchers, because they want to serve. That's what they do. And then when they come out of that employment or deployment or whatever it is, and maybe they're still in it, they don't stop serving. And so these people that we bring to these events, they are serving through their music. They want somebody to hear their story, hear their song, understand that they've been there too. And that, well, can I use the words of Shannon Book? You're not alone. You are not alone. Your situation may be a little bit different than everybody else's, but it's also very similar to a lot of other people's. So just don't forget. That's what we do this for. Yes, awareness, but more so for the connections that can be made. So, yeah, I sent out that invite, or not that invite, but the link for tickets, you guys. We did a little special. So we did $25 for an individual. But we want couples to come as well. So it's one for an individual, 25 for one individual ticket, and 35 for two. So I just set it up. I hope it works like that. I did set the quantity at like 1,500. So over on the right-hand side, it looks like you can scroll through 1,500, but they're exactly the same kind of tickets. So I don't know what that's all about. This platform is a little new to me, but it was quite exciting to set that up. And yeah, so there's all of that. And Peterson indulged me on the flyer, so now we'll get that out everywhere as well. Don't be surprised to see that in your email on the newsletter coming out soon. Yeah, and then go buy your tickets. Or you know what? Buy a couple tickets, or there's actually just a donate thing on there if you can't make it, but you appreciate what these musicians that have served are doing for everybody. So we'll take care of them, and then the rest of the proceeds come to the People's Patriot Project so that we can continue our mission, set up more events like this, reach out to even more people, and just keep being generous. That's it. That's what we do. Boy, I went on a while for that, didn't I? I'm kind of excited.
It was good. Yeah.
You've
been doing a lot of work on it, and again, 100% greatly appreciated. And
we got our first sponsor today. Woo-hoo! Signed up a $500 sponsor today. Yay!
There it is. Boom.
excellent.
Oh,
Could you try again?
No, Siri.
throw that out there.
Okay, sorry.
Boom.
And so that actually, I have categories. I believe that one will be used towards the insurance for the event. So I don't think it'll be quite that much, but it might be close. We'll see. We'll see about things. There's Lois. Hello,
I'm
Lois.
excited for that Dallas event, man. I'm trying to see how all that plays out in that time frame, but a lot of stuff going on from now until like May, the end of May. So, but I'm excited because that's close enough for me to get there, So
You could do this. You can. And then there will be a Houston one. And in between, I believe there will be an Austin event.
Okay.
As well. Even though Scotty Hastings says Austin's like the armpit, but it's okay. We like Austin.
Didn't he say that they all wanted to be like Nashville or something like that?
Yeah, they want to say. And then there was this chit chat about the flat brim hats and like boots and all of that.
Well, I know Austin's got a large music scene.
Yes.
And there's a lot of new new country or new kind of like folk style country music coming out that a lot of those guys are coming out from the Austin area, and I don't know, I like that style of music.
Yes.
This is stuff we've learned along the way, and again, our eyes get open the more we're out there and finding, it's interesting because I thought Nashville was the country music capital, but it's actually Music City is the name of it. And then Austin is considered the live music capital And I'm just like, I don't know where all this comes. And then they talk about LA being a music, and they are. I mean, every place has their own genre, and every place has their. But I don't know. It's a fun ride. It's fun to sit and listen and watch. And again, these are some of the conversations we have with Gabriel as well today, and excited about those opportunities and what he can offer that. And so. I'm sitting here having conversations on the side also with people who reach out to me during. And if you've been watching and paying attention, we have built just a recent relationship with Military Broadcast Radio, both on Facebook and there's some collaboration of content pieces, and we're excited about that. We'll be investing in that, and then Foxhole Radio Network is another large radio contingency that wants A, our content, and B, so we're building and growing in those areas and just getting the music of veteran first responder and our heroes out there. And what an amazing ride this is, and it's fun. I was an inactive participant in yesterday's show. Helped with the setup, helped with the relationships, and again, Jonathan's learning as we go along as well. Was that a shock and awe moment for you hanging out with those guys yesterday, Jonathan?
Absolutely. It did, again, going back to the connection piece, how two people who've never met each other have had, I mean, Gabe's literally got audio of him singing a song that was Shannon Book's.
Right.
And they've never met before yesterday. That is nuts.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know if this happened on the show or afterwards, but this little patch I got right here.
Yes.
I picked it up at a flea market in Gonzales when I used to ride. And it says, actually, I'll just put it up here for the camera. It says, "Stop veteran suicide, 22 per day." And I quit riding shortly after I got it, but Gabe actually had a hand in helping to design that patch for the CVMA, the Combat Vets motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
So we all had connection last night. We didn't even know it.
Well, and I don't know that. I don't know what conversation you guys had post show and this and that, but Scotty Hastings is a combat veteran motorcycle participant and rider. And he lives in Nashville. And I don't know if that connection ever got put together last night because Gabe lives in Nashville as well. But we've been blessed, man. We've been blessed. And again, I can't, you guys did such an amazing job, and our network is taking care of itself, and I just appreciate everyone that participates. It was my turn to say a word oddly pronounced.
You think it's easy. Now you want to be like me.
Right. We really, I kind of perused the notes, so we're it's kind of
a laid back day.
Got up. We do have our YouTube channel out there. We would appreciate if people went to our YouTube channel, and that is not a like or share. That is a subscribe. Hey, that's a question. Andrea said she saw you do some posting here recently, or a show or something, Jonathan, that you had a blinky something flashing graphic somewhere on your broadcast. Is that you holding out on us, or what's the deal, man?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought I saw a little, like you were talking and some words flashed up next to you.
Oh, I'm messing around with CapCut, doing some editing for little short reels or whatever.
Okay.
And it you can just set up all kind of little cool things like that, man. And at least I think that's what you're talking about, because I'm no good with graphics. I can tell you that.
What I thought was, and I didn't, because I was scrolling one day and I stopped to listen. And I was like, did I just see some words come flying up next to him? Where'd they come from? And then I finished watching and didn't think about it again until we were talking about this today. And I'm like, wait, Peterson, we got to figure out how to, like, I'd like to put our QR code. I'd like to flash up I could put our invite,
If you got a digital photo of the QR code, I might can help you with that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to look.
Teach us, brother. Teach us. I'd like to find a way to get a subscribe button that would attach to this as well. And I don't know that can be done, but I'm going to do some research now that we're kind of
subscribe for Facebook.
Well, I would have them subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd flash it here and you can click on it and boom.
Got you.
I would like to ask, I mean, if there's anyone out there that's listening, watching, or, interested in what we're doing, I would love it if we had one person that would spend a little bit of time on our YouTube channel. It's there. The content's there. It's one piece that has kind of fallen to the side, and there's a lot of content on there. We just need someone to organize it and make it look a little bit more professional. I know that's not where we're at, and so it is what it is. We'll keep moving forward.
Look I just put our ticket ad up. That's what it is. Doo-doo-doo.
Boom. Just like
There's
that.
the link.
Oh, look. Boom.
Peterson, I feel like you should go buy a ticket.
This Military Broadcast Radio is already sharing this show on their channel as well. So thank you, guys, for doing that. And that is that's just an amazing step forward. And you can even hear the noise in the background already. Boom. Done.
That's crazy. It's a good feeling when people step up and help out, man.
Yeah, it's 100%. 100%. And
yes. I might be having a hard time sitting still. I don't know if you can tell.
Are you?
I can't. Yep. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. I'm having I got the wiggles. Where's Shannon Book? I got some wiggles going on.
Gosh, little wiggles. Well, we come here every week to make sure that the message of the People's Patriot Project is out there. Now, remember, we're not the People's Patriot Project. It's all the people that find or see or what's the word I want to
collaborate?
Well, collaborate is a part of what we do, but it's a network of people, organizations, and people and organizations. That's what it is, really. I'd like to find a third thing, but
because what's outside of the
right? No, that come together and realize that there's something bigger than us, and if we're all working for a goal that is bigger than us, then we all are more successful because of it. One of those pieces is stopping the 22. Will we ever fully? I would like to say yes. In my heart, in my brain, in my mind, in my soul, I would love to say we could stop the veterans and first responders of our society from stopping to attempt and or commit suicide. We would like to stop. Reality is that is a tough order. And but that doesn't mean we're going to stop.
Right.
The really cool piece is there's no finish line here because we know that this is an ongoing mission. This is an ongoing effort. This is a something that's going to continue. We're going to use every tool we find. We're going to turn every rock we can. We're going to find the people that care. And the thing is, I think everyone in our society should find a way to care, to be honest with you. Because I do believe happy heroes make happy communities. I do believe that we have and it's statistically, you can back this with numbers. We have roughly 6% of our society that 3% joins the military, 6% is veteran, and then roughly less than 3% work in the first responder corps, fire, police, EMS. corrections, and dispatch. And so when you add all that together, less than 10% of our society is making sure you get to lay your big fat heads on the pillows of freedom daily. I love that when I get to say that line.
You do love it.
And that's
And you
my
didn't
aggressive
say-
way of saying this. Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's not the fat pillows; it's your big fat heads.
Right. Big freaking fat heads on these pillows of freedom that were bought and paid for. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's a simple math equation. You get and have freedoms, assumed or real, or I mean, if you don't want to use the benefits that have been bought and paid for, then you can sit on the couch and do what you do, and let life pass you by. But I'm sorry, you have excuses. The freedoms are there. Yes, I get it. I get it. We can get into another conversation. This amazing project that's less than 300 years old, this 3 grown-ass adult years long. You realize that. The United States is less than 300 years. We have people that live older than 100 years, right? Look at that math.
Right.
Now you get into generations. I get it. Generations roughly 20 years and blah, blah, blah. But just 3 grown adult lifespans. And we've got people that are coming to the United States. 3. And they've built this thing. And there were some flaws. And we are changing things. And we're willing to have conversations. And I'm willing to have a conversation. And I'm willing to become a better person. We need to take care of those people that put some skin in the game. Me and Miss Eichmann had a little contentious conversation today about what our mission is and what it alludes to. And because I wanted a gold star added to our graphic, and the reason and the purpose was I think that they've given a bigger sacrifice. And her question was a legit question: is this our mission? And I said, well, it's part of a graphic that kind of spells our mission, but I get her conflict with it, but at the same time, I've never lost anybody to the battle. And I mean, like close blood relative to the battle of making sure. I've lost someone who has served, and they've made a decision post-service that they're no longer around. And I do equate that with Gold Star, but it's these families are giving up so much. Life, memories, experiences, they've given up so much. And they are a part of our mission. And I will continue to fight for that part and making sure that we are taking care of those that have lost, because we made everything better. We've made everything better for everyone that gets to walk up and down the streets within the borders of this country. We have first responders, veterans, and those enlisted. They've made it better. We can have some side conversations based on, is that everybody? It's not. Not everyone's the clean-cut All-American that I wish they were when they joined the military. There's some people that get into it that got their stuff, but I had an interesting conversation. Now, this is a complete side conversation, and this is completely different. But in the industry that I work on the side, I would like to get away from the verbiage used called police brutality. I know that is, I get it. My point is, brutality happens, and it does happen by police officers, but it doesn't happen by all police officers. And so I'd like to get rid of the word. I would like to call it something to the shape or form of authoritative abuse or authoritative brutality, And even at that, I would like to call it assumed authoritative assault. Yeah, it's just something different. I have, again, I don't want to get really deep into this right here because there's no other, I'd like it to be a representative conversation. And we don't have everyone here to be representative. There's a whole conversation I'd like to change. I'd like to change that narrative. Because I would say the majority of those men and women that serve in our blue are not brutal, or I don't even remember the last word I used.
Assaulting.
Assault. Yeah, it's down the same passion. But
can we explain like what your other side hustle is that makes us worried about the use of those words?
Well, you can, yeah. I mean, if those who've watched our show know that I'm a school teacher, and in the world of our union works, and I don't think this is, they want not to be beat up when they are, and I get it, totally get it. No one wants to get beat up when they are being served notice that they're not following the rules of the law. No one, it should be a conversation, but there's been some incidences in the past that should not have happened. And I will not tolerate those as well. But it doesn't mean that I say, because I got one idiot, and there's been several idiots that do really stupid things, doesn't mean that the entire industry. I mean, you could put blanket statements on anything in the world, bad teachers, bad plumbers, bad HVAC people like Jonathan. These things, they exist and they're real. And it's okay to call out the problem, but putting a gigantic blanket on it and saying that it's police brutality, that sends a really bad message, in my opinion. It sends a terrible message to our children, which now equates this conversation, because we do have an entity within the People's Patriot Project called Heroes in the Classroom, which is a caucus that was built at the National Education Association conferences that talks about youth that have parents that are engaged as firefighters, police officers, EMS, corrections, dispatch, serve in the military services or have served in the military services. And we have educators that are also of the same cloth. They have served as a first responder or as a service member of the military. And so I'm not saying special or different treatment. I'm just saying support for these people. And here's an example. When I was a firefighter, and I didn't realize this because I was out the door, my pager would go off, and I didn't realize that after I left, and my very well-knowing, educated children would live with a little bit of stress, knowing that I'm running into burning buildings or I'm standing on the highway dealing with people that have been involved. And I didn't realize as a first responder that would affect my children in the manner that it did. These kids need a little extra added support because their parents are heroes and they're out doing heroic things. So that's where we're at. Did I explain all that well enough, or do I need to do more?
That was good. That was very good.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yay.
I do believe that the support roles for the people deemed heroes, that the support roles for those people are overlooked and underappreciated, because it's, you don't get to do what it is you do without somebody supporting you on that role. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like parents, moms, wives, children.
Well, and it's funny using the word hero, because I can tell you personally, none of them want to be called a hero. But the reality is you have people running to buildings that are burning, and you have people that run away from buildings that are burning. You have people holding the hands of the people taking their last breath in many 600 million calls a year. 600 million calls a year. Do you think that the trauma and the pieces that happen on those emergency sites are being felt by anybody? I mean, other than the victims? Absolutely. They're being affected, and they get to carry that home. Now, are there some support pieces in place for those people that serve? Absolutely, there are. Is there enough? No. Are they going to use them? Sometimes. But what is there for those family members that are dealing and carrying the load for that first responder and those people that are serving in the military forces? It's a science. It's a piece. We'll get there. We're building it. We're growing. Patriot pride. Patriot pride.
There you go.
Shock it off. Amen. None of that was in our notes today, but we're talking about. What else?
Honestly, what else do we have coming and going?
Is this Saturday coming up? Is it a second Saturday by chance?
I think it's the third.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it's third because 11th was this. Yeah.
Okay. But
it's a third.
This week is anyone doing anything for the major holiday of
Friday.
Patrick's Day?
Yes, sir. What are you doing? I know you're dying to tell.
Well, it's always a vacation for me.
This is going to sound crazy, right? We have parades for that.
Oh my gosh, do you get a few days off school too? I mean, it probably got chilly there today.
Did you get a week off vacation, Jonathan?
For St. Patty's Day now.
No,
I'm going to go try and catch a soup, though.
Catch a soup?
Yeah, they normally have cabbage and stuff like that, vegetables. That instead of throwing beads and stuff, they'll hand people food.
Vegetables.
Yeah.
My
wife says they throw beads too.
I bet they're green beads that they throw them.
Yep.
Usually.
So does something change in the reception of the beads? That I mean, everyone knows that to get beads, what you have to do. I mean, is there?
No, that's only in New Orleans.
Are there shamrocks?
I don't know.
Are there
shamrocks? I don't do parades in New Orleans. I go to family, more family-friendly parades because
fair enough.
They're insane out there, man. It's nuts the amount of people piled into Bourbon Street and stuff downtown New Orleans.
I guess everyone's got to do it once.
I did once.
I don't like people enough to do that.
I don't think I do either.
Wow.
It's gonna be great though.
It's when people gather in a group, they forget their manners. I mean, you walk through Walmart, you can tell that, and I can hardly stand walking through a Walmart. That's just a small gathering of people, but that's my world.
Yeah, you're scary though. It's because you're scary.
I'm scary.
You talk to little kids. They run away.
I talk to everybody. I may or may not have before, and maybe this is Andrea's reference of maybe talk to a young person and in their dependent upon their behavior in a public setting with their parents standing in front of us. I may have. Sometimes it's received well. There's been an occasion or two where it's not received very well.
Huh. Alrighty then.
I'm okay with that. I know that that's a risk either worth taking or just
The hill you're gonna die on today.
yeah. Well,
I think that's the teacher crap in us. We discipline a lot of kids, and I don't want to call it discipline, but we do parent a lot of kids all day long, and so it comes naturally.
it does. It does.
So
Well,
yeah,
make sure you get your buddy checks in this week. Always promoting that. Make sure you're caring and caring. Make sure you're caring. That's a great message.
carrying
Thank
it. Make sure you carry it.
you.
I thought you said Karen. Make sure you were Karen.
Make sure, Karen. Make sure.
Yeah. Make sure you pronounce all your words correctly.
Dude. Act like I'm the only language arts teacher in the room. Oh, I am. Never mind.
Well, got anything in closing? Anybody? Everybody?
Oh, gosh, I just feel like I should check the notes one more time. Except I lost my notes. Huh. I
They're right
think
here.
that we need to say one more thing. We do.
Okay.
Yes, our guest coming up on the 19th of March will be by the name of Jacob Tudor. He's a tutor.
Oh yes.
Yes. And it is tutor like when you teach children outside of their classrooms. But anyway, he has a strong desire to help veterans make a smoother transition to civilian life. And we'll be hearing more about that when we show up on Sunday night at We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime every week right here on our Facebook pages because there's two Mark Petersons, Andrea Eichmann. We Got Your 6 at 6, the People's Patriot Project, WeP3 Radio, Bourbon Battle Buddies, our group page, and YouTube. Ooh. Yep. So look at all that. And then that doesn't include the people that share. So thank you for sharing, everybody. And we'll see you Sunday. Last week this worked. I said we still need a musician, and bam, we got a musician. Any musicians out there? We don't have one booked for this weekend. Maybe because it's St. Patrick's Day and everybody's Irish, so Sunday's a little closed up for them. I don't know.
I had to get into my notes. I may have dropped the ball on this one too, but we'll get it all sorted out. Tomorrow's our planning day, and I know I have some musicians ready to come on. I just may not have got it on the
So I'm pulling my hair out, and you just maybe didn't get it on the.
Well, there's only so much time in a day. We get her done.
I know this. All righty, that's what I got.
Awesome, Jonathan.
I don't have nothing, man.
All right.
Just keep on rolling.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a collaboration. We believe in and accept and welcome all thoughts and missions to those thoughts. Come hang out with us. Come work with us. Come be part of the project. We are always looking for time, talent, and treasure. And if we don't see you today, we'll see you either on Sunday at We Got Your 6 at 6 at one of the events. We'll get it done. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being in the service. Pick your pride.